did the books for kids, and this is the showcase. What we did, we collected and spoke, and then donated what we collected. Our genius plan that we didn't really plan at all. We were not ready for the books we got. We didn't really have any clue what we were doing. All we knew is we were going to donate the books to schools, and then whatever couldn't go to schools, we were going to donate them to shelters. And to get our books, we kind of just left boxes around, and thankfully people kind of got the idea and just started bringing books, which shocked us, and it shocked Mr. Prescott. We were not prepared for the collecting or the donating. We didn't realize how hard it would be, and we were not expecting to get 969 books. We were expecting maybe 100. The schools were really helpful because they were kind of overwhelmed at first when we're like, yeah, let's bring 200 books to your school to use for whatever. But they worked with us, and they talked us through it, and they let us bring them whenever. What worked well was partnering up with the schools because we had gone there, so we had good relationships with the teachers. Staying local, because that worked because people were like, oh, kids from here actually care, so let's help them as much as possible. And not advertising like everyone else worked, because everyone else was putting boxes around, not hating on your groups or anything, but you were all putting boxes around and like bombarding people with information, and people, maybe they pick one to feel for, but lots of people just got overwhelmed and decided I'm not going to give to any of them. So just leaving boxes out, people were like, oh, okay, I can do that, and they weren't getting annoyed with us. What didn't work was not being prepared for all the books. Thankfully, Mr. Prescott let us just pile them in the back of his room until we figured out how to deal with them. We didn't talk to organizations about it, so we didn't quite know how to go about it or how to sort the books. And transportation was a large issue with us. We didn't have any idea how we were going to get the books to the schools, but thankfully, again, Mr. Prescott helped us, and he helped us on Wednesday during orientation. He drove us to the schools and let us bring the books. What I learned about myself was I was not passionate enough about this to actually want to do this well, and I feel bad for Jalen for that because she was very passionate about this. I learned that I like to talk face-to-face with people. I don't want to send them an email and have them reply. I would rather just go talk to them about our cause. What I learned about human nature is that people are generous when it's a cause like this and they know that the books are going to go locally to help our community. Little advertising works sometimes, not in every case, but sometimes it'll work. And you should probably show up to give your speeches, because otherwise your partners get pretty mad at you. I will not be continuing with this cause. Are there any questions?
Yeah, why do you think people donated when you didn't promote it?
Because books are one of those things that everyone has laying around. Not everyone, but most families, when their children grow up, they just, oh, let's just put their books in the attic. So they're just there, taking up space. So it's not something that they're using or that takes a lot of work or effort to deal with. It's just like, oh, I can bring a couple books in, it won't be that hard.
Did you have a lot of people bring a couple books, or did you have a few people bring a lot of books?
Okay, it was mostly lots of people bringing a couple books, like someone would bring 2 or 3, but then there's people like Jordan that brought 200 books by himself, and then Destiny brought like 50 books by herself. But most of our books came from just kids bringing 1 or 2 from their house.
Okay. All right.